All systems go. Clear for liftoff. Good evening. Happy Friday. I hope you guys are having a great start to your weekend. I hope you guys had a nice sweat, nice day watching some Pebble Beach. I did as well. I was out there for about 40 minutes. I'm not really big on going to these events when in tournament mode. I like being there in practice rounds because it's just like you get way closer. It's just way more chill. So I spent my morning playing golf this morning at Quail Lodge. I have to give a big shout out to Hayden and Jim Burson. I met them yesterday at Pacific Grove, and they had me out at their semi-private, I think it's semi-private, I believe, Quail Lodge. Absolutely pristine golf course, about 15 minutes from Pebble Beach. So massive shout out to them. It was a beautiful morning, and I'm really thankful and glad I got to go to try that course out. So if you're in the area, the Monterey area, I believe you can book a tee time depending on the time of the year. It's called Quail Lodge. Amazing golf course. I would recommend it to everyone. Awesome views and extremely pure. So shout out them. Shout out you guys having or them having me out there. It was a really awesome time. And also shout out the people in the comments who were like, 59 cents in your DraftKings balance. First of all, every other content creator grays that out. They do not show you how much is in their balance. So first of all, they're all soft. I don't care that there's only 59 cents. Second of all, I had to withdraw all of my money from DraftKings to go on this trip. You want to book my hotel in LA? Go look at those prices. They're very expensive. So yeah, I was not putting all of that money to no use. I needed to book some hotels for the weekend to do this for you. And also, I'm not playing in the $1,000 contest every single day. I'm playing when I can and trying to deliver content for you guys. So I see some comments coming in. I'll get to them later in the chat. For now, let's start with the round recap. Let's go with everything we saw today. And what did I say about Harris English yesterday on the stream? He just needs to find his irons. The irons have been so bad. If he finds them, good things can happen. Did I think it was going to happen the next day? No, I really didn't. I probably said maybe wait a little bit. But he found the irons today, and he shot a 63 for a 9-under round. Akshay Bhatia, he really tried to nuke it around there. He tried to nuke it. Like, let's look at Akshay. Round 2. Driving distance 4th, and then he got some good looks with the green. That's kind of going to be a theme going forward. Ricky as well. Ricky hit no fairways, tried to hit it as far as he can off the tee, and got really hot on approach. Ryan Fox had an excellent driving day, hit some fairways, just set up some good looks. Minwoo, he kind of made everything. We're on Minwoo. He just made everything with the putter, and he also tried to nuke it as well. Xander Schauffele, kind of did everything okay, not all the way back, but a solid putting day set up by the driving. And then Jacob Bridgman, solid approach with 4 fairways hit. So what does that kind of tell me for today and for tomorrow? And I kind of said this in the initial Boots report and on the streams earlier. You don't have to hit fairways around Pebble Beach, and Rory confirmed that in his interview. You don't need to, but you can get away with hitting the driver almost anywhere and getting a good lie in the rough. The rough is down everywhere. And I really think tomorrow, I'm going to talk about the weather next, but once it kicks up, I really think you're going to see driving distance more prevalent on the leaderboard and work its way up. So let's bring the screen back up, talk today's wave split, and talk about the weather again. So today, we'll go to today first. So this was today. They played about the same. I thought we were going to have more of a wave split. I went for it. I was wrong. I'm not always going to be right. I promise you that. So it was easier in the morning on Pebble. It was easier in the afternoon on Spyglass, or sorry, opposite. So they were about even. It wasn't really much of a difference. 4 out of the 7 best rounds came before 10 a.m. start. So if you got them right, you got them right. But it wasn't a massive difference for tomorrow. For today, looking at the weather for tomorrow, we're seeing the wind really kick up in the afternoon. And I know that that's going to be the case, or they think that's going to be the case, because they are going off in threes. They are going off in threes, split tees between 8:22 and 10:45 a.m. If you're playing in anything, so Akshay and the leaders are going off right when it starts. Other guys are going off 2 hours before. So they can get anywhere from, I would say, there's no pro on tomorrow. So if you're going out first, you could probably get 8 holes in some more benign conditions, and then around 11 it really kicks up. So I really think there's a good opportunity to play, especially with the split tees, to play some guys who are going off early. But there's definitely a caveat to this, and I'll bring that up right now, because we're going off in threes off split tees. There is a large portion of the guys going out early who are just happy to be here. They're here at Pebble Beach. They know they're not going to win, and there's no cut. They're going to cash a check no matter what. And then there's another portion of guys who are going to grind their way up, guys who are going to try to backdoor that top 10. Who is that going to be? So I haven't grinded it so far. I haven't looked really hard, but I think the guys off of, actually, it's really you're gonna have to know, but I would say a majority, the guys who go off tee number 1 are more that build, guys who are gonna grind it out, because the guys who are on going off tee number 10, they're just kind of like behind in the game. Well, and it really honestly kind of sells itself, because all the guys who are behind and really maybe are just happy to be here, the lesser known golfers, or the guys who don't have a chance, they're getting screwed. They're getting put in the bad weather conditions. So I didn't really realize that until I'm saying it through right now. The decent golfers are kind of going out and have a chance. So guys like Ben Griffin, he's 6 under. Justin Rose, Victor Hovland, Bob Mack, Maverick McNeely, 5 under. They're not there to win the golf tournament. Chris Kirk, Scotty Scheffler, Alex Smalley, Pearson Cootie, like they're not far enough to where they're packing it in. Like these guys, I would cross off this. I would cross off anyone 9:17 a.m. going off of T10. Or like these guys are going to play in the worser conditions, and they're potentially packing it in. So I think we go from here. We go from obviously this whole list, and then stat-wise, what we're looking for, as I really think driving distance is going to work its way up. So look for guys who are potentially driving it long to set up good approach looks. And the past few weeks, we've been looking for guys driving it straight. I really think driving distance is going to prevail. So let's look at some stats for today. Look at some glaring weaknesses who can try to perform. Like we did this yesterday. We found a glaring weakness in Harris English. He improved that one spot, and look what he did today. So over here in Data Golf, you can show player types, which I didn't even realize you could do. And this will kind of give you a good sense that maybe it could find you a guy. And if he has an L, that means long. I don't care about inaccurate. Obviously, Minwoo Lee is very long. Guys like Chris Goddard, very long. And he had, what did he do? I'm cool with the tournament stats because we have 2 rounds of data right now. Sometimes I just look at 1 round stats. So Chris Goddard, for example, let's see if we can find anything with him. It says he's long, inaccurate, fine. He's doing solid. This is approach. No, this is, yeah, approach. Approach is this category. He's doing solid on approach. He's losing this much off the tee. We know Chris Goddard is a great driver. I would think he bounces back here. He's doing everything else well. Could be in for a low round tomorrow. Another long guy, Rory McIlroy. He is putting horrifically. Is that bound to change? Potentially. And he's doing everything else well. A long guy with a glaring weakness. That could change. I love how Tony Finau is just inaccurate. He's no longer long. I think that's hilarious. Ryan Fox, long and inaccurate. He's doing everything pretty solid. He had a great round today, and we were on him, obviously, and he's not putting the best. So guys like this, and other maybe glaring weaknesses that we could potentially find with the long guy. Scotty Scheffler, long and accurate. That's why he's a positional bomber. But he's having a horrible approach tournament so far. horrible putting tournament so far, and he's bound to figure that out. So I'm probably going to go back to Scotty tomorrow. He gave us a 6-under round today, which was not the best, but not the worst. So that's what I'm looking for. Earlier the better, but we are crossing off the guys going off of tee number 10 who are, I'll say after, but Siwoo Kim is only 3 under. Siwoo Kim was like 25 under yesterday morning. I'll say we'll give Siwoo a go, and like anyone after, like basically cut it in half. 917 and up, 917 and up we will go with, or 928 and up we will go with. Anyone 940 and down going off of tee number 10, I'm going to cross off. And honestly, I like crossing off things. That's why I kind of don't bet the chart, because picking guys to win, picking guys to do things is hard enough. Crossing things off just narrows down your pool, and if you get things right, it works out. So I kind of look at what's kind of helped me succeed as a golfsman for doing this for so many years is taking that crossing things off strategy. It's specifically in outright betting, just having a smaller player pool to select from. So let's look at some contests before we look at some showdown projections and stone stuff before we get into there. So contest selection for tomorrow. This $250 for max, I really don't mind at all if you want to put that rack in. I'm not putting that rack in because I only have 57 cents in my account. Jeez, that was funny. That was funny. But it's only, 16% up top, and I get it. First is pretty top heavy, but you only have to beat 266 guys, and if you're max entering that, 266 divided by 4 is 66. So you could definitely beat 66 people and win 10 racks, nice little 10-to-1 payout if you do max enter it. And if you have a tight player pool, you can get 2 lineups first to 10th, have a nice little ROI. If you're trying to play a cheaper contest, I think this $3 5 max is a really good way to spend $15. Payout structure is super fair, super tiered cleanly. So I like that a lot. I'm going to get to questions at the end for sure, but I think this is a really good way to spend $15 if you want to. Now let's look at some other stuff. Going to bring up my code real quick and talk through some showdown projections, the stone for sure. So look at this, the stone. It's a great tool, obviously. Use our code. It's in the chat right now. But looking at Harris English today, Harris English was priced at $74,000. He was sneaky owned, but he was one of the higher projected guys in this field. Like Harris English and Minwoo Lee were both projected higher than guys all the way up to Sam Burns. And Cameron Young became the higher projected guy. But even guys in this upper 7K range, they were projected well higher. So use the stone to your advantage. Also, Ryan Fox down here, he was listed as a sleeper. Where was Ryan Fox? All right, he was at 66 as a sleeper. So obviously not everything in the stone is going to be correct, but we're giving you the tools between all of the things we have to find those guys, to get on those guys. The PGA Showdown projections will be updated. Check the Discord probably in the next hour or so. It is 8 p.m. Eastern time. And then go buy a package. If you get it now, you get boots for free. You try it all for free. I don't know what's going on in the sports world, but that's why I'm on single sport only. But if you love it, you're going to love it. You're going to want to go with the all access. Use code BOOTS. You get everything for free, including a free week of boots next week, which I hope you guys are enjoying thus far. So next thing I want to do is talk about some of the week-long sweats we got going on. We don't need that. The week-long sweats. I'll look at my my DFS pool right now. I'm always open with this. Rory, Scotty, and Tommy. That is too close to call. We still have 2 more rounds, but we are currently tied with Rory and Tommy. So I have a 3-shot lead on Scotty. 9K range. Okay, nothing great, nothing bad. Chris Goddard has plenty of time to work his way up the leaderboard. Xander's in a nice position. Russ is in a nice position. Vic, what are you doing? 8K range, not our best work here. Not our best work here. Matt Fitzpatrick's really the only bullet we got going here. And then 7K range, pretty solid. Minwoo Lee, Akshay Bhatia are there. I like Kurt K for tomorrow, which I guess just gave away my player that I'm on. And then 6K range, Ryan Fox, great start. I mean, great round today. Andrew Novak, great start, but he kind of went backwards today. But it's a no-cut event, 72-hole event that none of these you can call right now. Let's look at our outright bets that we got going for the weekend. These are basically all still in play. Nice little card here. Anything could happen with these leaders going out in some dicey conditions. Who do you think has the best chance out of this outright card? I'll say Jake Knapp. Let's do it, Jake Knapp. But we got bullets in the chamber. Always good to have a few names high on the leaderboard. Give us a chance on Sunday. We've had those sweats. We're going to get one very soon. And that leads me to the player that I am on. Kurt Kitayama, 33 years old, 5'7", 170 pounds. I didn't love what I saw from Kurt in last week or this week, but statistically, it looks pretty solid. And why I like Kurt Kitayama is because coming in with that great approach form, he's gained in his last 4 events, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 10 of his last 11 of events on approach. And looking at his driving distance so far this week, when I go to Kitayama, he's taking that build that I think is going to prevail over the weekend. He's third off the tee. He's 5th in driving distance, which I really, really, really like, and I think it's a big use this week. So Kurt K is the one guy that I'm on. Get to the site and go to the slate plan. The slate plan will be up very soon. So yeah, that's the deal. Kurt Kitayama is one guy we're on. If you want everyone else, it will be up there very soon. Let's see what we got cooking in the chat before we get to the song of the day, of course. All right, let's peep the chat. All right. Let's see what we got. Thor was a big thud punch today. I was on Thor today. Yeah. Let's do this. Let's start a GoFundMe for boots because this is not cheap stuff. I'm grinding my ass off for you guys. This is not a crazy thing for you to do. Like, you faded English. It's not like it's worked for you every other day except for today. So I don't hate that there. No, I'm renting cars. I'm renting a car from Enterprise. Got a lot of driving to do because I will be in California for 10 days going to LA. Distance to Long Island, yeah. The tee times are really close, and I do think it's a small edge to the guys that care that go off early. Like that, remember we crossed off that list, the guys that care that go off early, super small edge, but it's going to be kicking in the afternoon. Let's see what we got. Ryan Fox was marked as a sleeper. Day there for the paycheck. Good question. Let's look at Jason Day. Let's look at Jason Day. I'm gonna pull him up and then deep dive him for a little bit with you guys. Jason Day. I walked a few holes with Jason Day today. That's actually the only reason I went to the golf course today because I wanted to walk with Jason Day and walk with Mr. Malbon, as you guys know, big Malbon fan. So I walked with Jason Day today. He didn't look bad. He just wasn't he wasn't hitting his irons good. He wasn't hitting the good shots. I was gonna say he drove it really well today, and that showed in the stats. I didn't even look at these stats. I don't think Jason Day is just here for the weekend. He has a lot of people in this area that he wants to impress. Like his agent's here. His agent's not always here. His agent's here, and obviously the Malbon team is here. It's their flagship store is here. So I'm gonna show you what I got today. Should I do a little fashion reveal from what I got at Pebble Beach? So with that being said, I do not think Jason Day is just here for the paycheck, but a lot of guys who are going off in that top quadrant or that bottom quadrant off 10, I think are here just for the paycheck. And I mean, why wouldn't you be like Adam Schenk? Give me 1 second. I'm going to show you what I got today. Now, this is peak podcasting. This is why we do it. So I'm going to unwrap this and bring my screen back up to normal. All right. 1 second. Share screen, and then we'll get back to questions. We got this. So this is clean and clinical. This is, see, less is more. Less is always more. Malbon Carmel, the flagship store, had to cop it. And then this from Pebble. This from Pebble was absolutely class. Pebble Beach, not doing too much. I know a lot of times with Malbon, they do too much, but just Pebble Beach logo, Malbon down the chest. I think that is solid. So any PM golfers I would take, a lot of PM golfers I would take. Basically, you're gonna have to. I'm not today. I stacked all the AM. Tomorrow, you can't do that because one, they're going off in 2-hour windows. So everyone's gonna, and the better golfers are there. Like I said, yeah, dude, ball. Some of the like I said, I thought the guys were gonna go off in twosomes when they first came out, and guys are just gonna be packing it in. That's not gonna be the case. That is not gonna be the case. There's gonna be some guys who have to go off the afternoon. They're gonna have to play. Anyone specifically, off the top of my head, no, but it will all be in the slate plan. The one guy that I am playing is Kurt Kitayama, but that wraps it up. Hope you guys liked that little fashion reveal. Ran and came back, got it done. Hopefully soon, man. Like hopefully soon. I am blessed that they do hook it up more than I could ever ask for. They send me stuff once in a while, but like we need the boots out there in the full Malbon, because like Jason Day was asking me today, like if I had got anything recently. Like, he thinks I work for Malbon. Like he does think that, and I told him multiple times, like, no, I'm more with the tour side than with Malbon. I'm here to do core strategy, stuff like that. And he still thinks that I work for Malbon. I have a story about Jason Day from Tuesday night, but I'll save it for like next week. This could be in the future. So I'll leave you guys with that. I am freezing. I need to go get a workout in, and I need to drive to LA tomorrow. Also, drop me some LA recommendations. I've been to LA like once before. I didn't love it, so I'm gonna be there tomorrow through Tuesday, obviously for boots, Genesis boots, and drop me some LA recommendations. I will say I do think the show tomorrow will be later because I have to drive to Los Angeles tomorrow. I'm not sure when I'm gonna do that, so potentially expect a later show tomorrow. As always, the song of the day, "Murder Mitten" by I See Stars. Check it out, and let's ship it. Catch you guys soon.